makes life richer and wiser. Every joy, every pain, every lesson feels important. But what if memories, when carried without release, slowly take away freedom instead of creating strength? In a peaceful forest where sunlight filtered gently through tall trees, a small and beautiful bird lived quietly among the branches. The forest was calm. The air was light. Each morning brought new sounds, new colors, and new moments waiting to be experienced. The little bird loved observing life. Every day, something meaningful happened. A warm breeze, a sudden storm, a joyful song, a painful fall, and the little bird believed that nothing should ever be forgotten. Every experience, whether good or bad, felt valuable. So the little bird created a habit. At the end of each day, the bird carefully picked up a small stone and carved a memory into it. Happy moments were written with excitement. Sad moments were written with care. Lessons were written slowly, as if they might be needed again someday. Each stone was placed inside a small pouch and carried everywhere. At first, the pouch felt light. Carrying memories felt comforting. The past felt safe. Each stone felt like proof that life mattered, that nothing was wasted. Letting go felt wrong, almost dangerous, as if forgetting meant losing meaning. Days passed, then weeks, then months. The pouch slowly filled. Stones collected quietly, one memory at a time. The little bird continued flying, continued writing, continued carrying. No one noticed the change at first, not even the bird. But something subtle had begun. The wings worked harder. Flights became shorter. The sky felt farther away. Still, the bird held tightly to the pouch. Every stone felt important. Every memory felt necessary. The idea of leaving anything behind felt like losing a part of life itself. The forest remained peaceful. The bird remained beautiful. But unseen weight had begun to shape each movement. What the little bird did not yet realize was a simple truth. Memories can guide life, but they can also quietly become a burden. And when the past feels safer than the present, freedom is often the first thing lost. As time passed, the pouch grew heavier. Each day added another stone, another memory carefully carved and carried forward. The little bird still woke up with hope, still flew into the open sky, but something had changed. The wings beat faster, yet the height was lower. The flights were shorter. The land below felt closer than the clouds above. Still, the bird did not question the habit. Every memory is useful, the bird believed. Joy teaches gratitude. Pain teaches caution. Forgetting would mean wasting life. With that thought, another stone was added, and the pouch was tightened once more. Soon, other birds began to notice. While they glided easily between branches, the little bird needed more effort. While others rested midair, the little bird searched for nearby branches more often. But pride kept the truth hidden. The bird smiled and continued, convinced that strength meant carrying everything. One evening, as the forest grew quiet and shadows stretched across the ground, the little bird landed near an old tree. Perched high above was a wise owl, known throughout the forest as a silent observer of many seasons. The owl watched as the little bird struggled to settle, wings trembling slightly under the weight. After a moment, the owl spoke. "Little bird," the owl asked gently, "why is that pouch always with you?" The bird looked up proudly. "That pouch holds my life," the bird replied. "Every joy, every sorrow, every lesson. Nothing is forgotten." The owl's eyes softened. "Then answer this," the owl continued. "Are those memories guiding your life, or are they controlling it?" The question hung in the air. The bird did not answer. The words felt strange, unnecessary. Memories were protection. Memories were wisdom. The bird bowed politely and flew away, unwilling to consider the meaning behind the question. But the flight felt different. The wings burned sooner. The body tilted unevenly. Landing came with relief instead of grace. For the first time, a quiet discomfort followed the bird through the forest. Something felt wrong, though no clear reason appeared. Days turned into weeks. The pouch overflowed. Stones pressed tightly against one another, pulling downward with constant force. The bird could no longer soar. The sky became something to look at rather than reach. Still, the pouch remained. Because awareness often arrives before pain, but it is pain that forces attention. The question asked by the owl echoed softly in the bird's mind, not yet understood, but no longer forgotten. The day came when flying was no longer possible. The pouch, once small and comforting, had grown too heavy. Each stone pressed downward, pulling against fragile wings that could no longer lift the body from the ground. The little bird tried again and again, beating the wings with effort and hope, but the air offered no support. The sky remained distant, untouched. For the first time, the little bird walked. Each step dragged the pouch along the forest floor. Stones knocked together, making a dull sound that followed like an echo of the past. The ground felt unfamiliar. Walking felt slow and exposed. Still, the bird refused to release the pouch. Every memory felt earned. Every stone felt important. Dark clouds gathered quietly above the trees. Rain began to fall, first gently, then harder. The forest floor turned slick. Leaves clung to the stones. The pouch grew heavier with water, and each step demanded more strength than the last. Then the moment came. The little bird slipped. The body fell forward. Wings spread helplessly as the pouch pulled downward with unforgiving force. Stones shifted. Weight pressed against fragile bones. The bird struggled, but there was no lift, no escape. The burden that once felt like protection now became a prison. Under the rain, movement slowed. Breath grew shallow. The forest watched in silence. In that stillness, a truth revealed itself without words. Memories were meant to teach, not to imprison. Lessons were meant to guide forward, not pull backward. Even the most beautiful memories, when held too tightly, can become chains. The rain softened. The forest grew quiet again. The pouch lay heavy and full, a record of a life remembered too completely. What stopped the little bird was not the storm. What stopped the little bird was the refusal to let go. And in that moment, the cost of carrying everything became undeniable. When the rain finally stopped, the forest grew still. Leaves dripped softly, and light returned between the branches. High above, the wise owl arrived and looked down with quiet understanding. The owl did not speak at first. The scene already carried the truth. After a long moment, the owl whispered, "Memories are meant to guide life, not weigh life down." The words were not only for the forest. They were for every heart that carries too much. Pain from long ago. Happiness that refuses to fade. Regret replayed again and again. When the past becomes heavier than the present, movement slows. When attachment grows stronger than awareness, freedom disappears. The forest teaches a simple lesson. Nothing needs to be erased. Nothing needs to be denied. But not everything needs to be carried. Lessons can stay without chains. Love can remain without loss. Growth happens when memory becomes wisdom, not weight. In life, yesterday cannot be changed. No amount of remembering will rewrite it. But today can always be shaped. Every step taken in the present creates space for breath, clarity, and peace. Letting go is not forgetting. Letting go is choosing life over burden. Many people walk through life like the little bird once did, dragging invisible stones. Old pain, missed chances, even joyful moments held too tightly. All of it adds weight. All of it steals flight. Freedom begins where attachment ends. If this story speaks to something carried quietly inside, take a moment to reflect. What is one memory that no longer serves growth? What is one stone that can be placed down today? Share the answer in the comments. Like this story if it touched the heart or brought clarity. And subscribe to Inspire English Stories to continue learning English through stories that heal, inspire, and gently guide forward. Because life is not meant to be carried. Life is meant to be lived, light, present, and free.